Hi Patience class, happy Friday. This is your new homework video. So for English, I want you to pick a place, a person or an object, so basically a noun, and I want you to describe it without actually saying what it is. Now you may be wondering why we're doing this. It's all to do with our poems that we're writing at the minute, okay? So our visual poetry is all about a wonder of the world, and from your research, from the double page spreads that we've completed today, you'll know that we're really focusing on using similes and metaphors and alliteration, focusing on the senses as well, so it's not just something plain, not just something boring, not something that a reader will look at and think, well, I obviously know what it is, I'm not going to bother reading it to entertain myself. So I want you to pick this one thing that can be linked to a wonder, or it could be something completely abstract, completely different, like I said, a place, a person or an object, and I want you to think about what it sounds like, what it feels like to touch. Does this thing have a particular smell? And describe that smell to me. And also what you think about what it reminds you of, okay? So in class we've used the examples of swims like a fish and so on. There are your similes, okay? Something like it is like, or was, or as, okay? These are all the similes that I want you to start thinking about now. And this is really going to help you when it comes to writing up those draft poems next week. You're going to be able to use those big, strong adjectives and verbs to really paint that picture without making it too obvious. Now, this English, you can obviously write it up in the form of a visual poem if you'd like to. You can record yourself, or you can just do a brain dump about it. It's completely up to you how you get this done. But pick a place, a person, object, and just describe it, but without naming that thing. For maths now, I want you to create something called a knowledge organiser. Now, you'll know that we do these on sticky day, so for every part of maths that we've done, we'll create a class one. I want you to create one that's just for fractions, okay? We've just finished our fractions, and we have covered equivalent fractions, so how to make 1/2 is the same as 2/4. Adding fractions that have the same denominator, subtracting fractions that have the same denominator, and also we've been doing those word problems too, so fractions of amounts. So for example, 3/4 of 500 grams. I'm just going to stop my screen share for 2 seconds to refresh your mind, to show you what a knowledge organiser is. So on my screen here, I have got a knowledge organiser, and this is for measurement, okay? Excuse me, this is a year 6 one that's a little bit higher up, but you'll see that down here they have got all the keywords that they've used. So I want you to think about those keywords, the vocabulary that was up on our topic screens and on our Trilby TV, sorry, throughout the whole of that unit. And then they've got some examples, so they know that 1 ton is the same as 1,000 kilograms and so on. So you would have a box for your key vocabulary, and then you may have a box for equivalent fractions, for adding fractions, for subtracting fractions, and then maybe a box for your word problems too. All right, I'm just going to stop my screen share there and then carry back on this one. Perfect. So just remember a couple of our golden rules. Whatever I do to my top, I must do to my bottom. So if I am timesing my denominator by 2, then my numerator must be times by 2 as well. Another golden rule for adding and subtracting was that if the denominator is the same after the equal sign, it's going to stay the same as well. We do not add or subtract the denominators. If they're the same, they stay that amount. And also a golden rule for fractions of amounts were that if I'm trying to find 2/5 of 500, I'm finding out how many of my denominator can fit into that big number. So it'd be 500 divided by 5. And then because my numerator is then 2, I've not used that number yet, so I have to times that by the next part. Just break it down in steps by steps. We've done it all before, so I know you can do it for your homework. This is going to work. I'll stop my screen share because my screen's just decided to play up. There we go. Okay, now something slightly different. This is going to be for reading, and I'm going to put this as a document over on my school app. And I have got a text here. This is about 3 billy goat graphs, and I've got 5 questions that I want you to answer from the text. So the first question is, where do the 3 billy goats live? I've not put that in. Where do the 3 billy goats live? So you're just finding this in a text and retrieving it. So it's a bit of retrieval, it's a bit of comprehension, got a bit of prediction and inference in there as well. Okay. Second question, why did the billy goats want to cross the bridge? The third one, what could the trolls hear as the goats cross the bridge? Number 4, I want you to describe the troll using 3 adjectives. So down here we've got a picture, so you can use this to help you as well as the text that he's been spoken about in. And the 5th part is your opinion. I want you to explain to me what your favourite word or phrase is in the story. Okay, it's really important that you put in why. This will be up on my school app, so don't worry too much if you can't see it from this video. And that is actually it. I'll stop my screen share again. So I hope that all makes sense to you. If you need any help or anything cleared up, just let me know. And it is due in a week on Wednesday. I hope it's all good, and I will see you later. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.